Meron po akong statement na nilabas ko ng umaga. Para po sa inyo na hindi pa nakakabasa o nakakita ng aking statement, babasahin ko na lang po. Ginawa ko po nung kaninang alas 7 ng umaga pagkagising. At kasi yun, hindi po naman talaga pinaghahandaan ng hihilig na ito eh. Dahil sabi ko nga, nung natanggap ko yung aking invitation, lahat naman ko tinatago, lahat naman po na ginagawa ko sa social media. Alam niyo po, gaya ng cassette, wala naman akong kinikita dito sa social media ko, wala naman monetization. Naglagay yung si Facebook ng monetization sa akin account dahil may mga stars na nagbibigay. May isang buwan ko yata, kumita ako ng parang $100 dahil may po stars. But hindi ko inaano yung aking Facebook. Hindi ko pinagkakakitaan. At like any other na citizen na engaged sa social media, ang sa akin na ho is really expressing my own sentiment. And tingin ko, kaya naman siguro nagkaroon ng following yung aking account is because yung aking sentimento, yung aking pong aspiration sa ating bayan, yun din po ang aspiration nyo. Yun din po ang sentimento, kaya po siguro kaya nga nagkaroon ng following. So, sana nga, handa akong humarap sana doon sa hearing kanina. Pero dahil na nagkaroon kami ng consensus at nagkaroon ng pagsusuri na parang huwag natin dapat bigyan nga ng puwang ng mga katulad nila Dan Fernandez at Ace Barbers na sirain ang ating pagkatao, hindi na nga lang po kami sumuport. At kanina nga ito yung aking statement. Babasahin ko na lang po. To Congressman Dan Fernandez and the members of the Joint Committee on Public Order, Public Safety, Public Information and Information Technology, I am Mark Anthony de la Cruz Lopez and I was supposed to stand in front of this committee today with what has been asserted as an inquiry on fake news peddlers, narco-bloggers, and FOMO-funded bloggers in aid of legislation. When I first got the invitation, I honestly got excited with the prospect of finally meeting you face-to-face together with other committee members, particularly Robert Ace Barbers. I would have loved to really open up and tell you my story on how I evolved from being an ordinary citizen to being labeled as a blogger, quote-unquote. Mind you, I have never really considered myself as such, and whenever people ask me, even in formal events, I would rather call myself as a social media activist. Perhaps the label blogger stuck to us out of necessity and simplicity so that many of us who actively utilize SOCMED as the platform to express our sentiment can be lumped into an occupation or an organized entity. Maybe the need to label us such stem also from the phenomenal growth of social media as the new alternative media, so to speak. I've said this before, and I say this again, social media is the new EDSA, as it's strength in the collective voice of those whose sentiments resonate with the majority of the public. Your invitation to 40 of the so-called bloggers is actually proof of government's acknowledgement of the force and sway we hold in public opinion, even as you are still confused on what really is the definition of our endeavor and to the larger extent how information is disseminated. Which now brings me to the point of this statement. I personally am declining your invitation to attend the inquiry, not because I am afraid or intimidated, but because I was made to realize that you really have no power over me. It is actually the reverse. Our Constitution, the supreme law of the which you are supposed to uphold say so in its preamble and its Article 2 Declaration of Principles and State Policies of its Section 1 clearly state the Philippines is a democratic and republican state. Sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. Ulitin ko lang po yun. Sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. In the absence of any formal charge or indictment or formal appointment, I do not have any legal persona except as a citizen of the Republic of the Philippines. In the case of your actual inquiry, it appears that it's also unconstitutional under Article 3 Bill of Rights, which also clearly state Section 4, no law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech, of expression, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and petition the government for redress of grievances. So you see, Mr. Fernandez and Mr. Barbers, I reiterate that I am a citizen of the Republic, and I actually understand that the premise of your so-called inquiry is without basis and cannot stand on solid legal ground. May I suggest that before you proceed with gathering a so-called bloggers, your committee should first understand what you want to do as against what you are only allowed to do under our laws. I assert that your supposed legislation is legally flawed and whimsical, maybe because the only motivation you have right now is that you cannot stand criticism, ridicule, and shame on how you behave and conduct yourselves as legislators. Mind you that as citizens, we can do that under our laws, and your decision to be public servants warrant that you accept that as part and parcel of your chosen path. As for me, I am labeled as a blogger not by my own choice nor appointment, but simply because I am one of those who exercises his constitutionally protected right to free speech and expression. And since I have no official or formal designation or actual credential other than being a citizen, I do not see myself having any input in your field of legislation. I therefore invoke my rights as provided for in the Constitution and decline the invitation. And I commit that I will continue to hold you accountable and responsible because you chose to be servants of the Filipino people. With all due respect, Mark Anthony. So yun lang po mga kasama, and maraming salamat po sa inyong mga suporta at tuloy lang po yung ating laban dahil hindi lang po ito laban namin, laban po natin ito lahat. Laban po ito ng sabay ng Pilipino. Thank you.